Welcome to Two Hot Broads. Full disclosure, before we start this podcast, this is the fourth one we've recorded in one day. You might have been hearing them throughout the whole month, but...
She sounds like she's complaining, but she's having a good time.
I'm having a great time. I'm not complaining at all. But just in case we go off on tangents or things become unclear, now you know why. So here we are covering some pairings of cheese and beer, which through my research I discovered there really is no bad pairing you can do because we're drinking beer and eating cheese. So don't stress too much about it. Some people get really weird about it online where they're like, this one doesn't go well with this one. I'm like, it all goes well. So if you're trying to do this, don't stress.
One person's opinion is someone else's different opinion.
Yep.
I don't know what to say. Like, it's an opinion. It's an artistic form.
So we're gonna start with the Spotted Cow.
Okay.
Which is a farmhouse ale, Obs, totes Obs. I'm gonna
Super Wisconsin traditional. She's dumping out
Sorry, I had
a 10-point alcohol beer for the Spotted Cow.
By dumping out, you mean chugging.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Did I say dump out?
So when I was looking at my notes for what to pair with Spotted Cow, they were saying like a big funky cheese. Like the funkier the better. And I know it's kind of, in Wisconsin it's a lot easier to find these weird cheeses than it is anywhere else.
Thankfully.
So and I know you're opposed to blue cheese, but I got, what is it called? Gorgonzola or something. And it's a creamier cheese, but it's still got a little bit of a funk to it. Gorgonzola. Still got a little bit of a funk to it. So we're going to try.
It smells like shit.
I'm a little nervous.
I mean, this is, if you're a blue cheese eater, I would say pick your favorite blue cheese and pair it with this Spotted Cow.
I like feta. This just might be the half step too far for me.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You like goat's cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like goat's cheese.
The producer's face says otherwise.
Yeah, well, she doesn't like goat cheese.
Oh, okay, this isn't bad. But I didn't have the discolored part. I made sure to pick the white part out.
I would say...
And that part's really good.
Any goat cheese, any blue cheese, or the Gorgonzola will pair amazing.
All right, so I've got that taste in my mouth. I've had a few bites. And it says Spotted Cow, farmhouse ale.
That's pretty good.
No, that's really nice. That's cool.
The thing that's weird about these funky cheeses like this...
You can still taste it afterwards when you've had the beer.
If you want to go in and grab the big bomber of the Droid's Attack, the big... Yep. So that might actually go well with this funkiness too, because this bomber and this blood orange APA, with it having weird citrus kind of levels to
I'm
it,
going to take another bite of the cheese
might
then.
actually go well. Yeah.
Okay, another bite of the Gorgonzola. Well, the Psycho Blood Orange. That's from the Droid's Attack series, and we did that with Peter. Mm-hmm. We interviewed Peter a while ago, and Trixie's was a part of that, and then Droid's Attack. The band was a part of that.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, I really like that beer.
Try it with this one here. Oh, man. Yeah, that's good.
I love the color of this one.
The funkiness together is amazing.
You can smell the blood orange.
Yeah, it's good. So, I'm going to...
Yeah, that's really cool. Because the hoppiness almost contradicts what you're having. And I think the opposite actually makes it stand out. It's cool.
It's a really funky beer with a really funky cheese. And I love that combination together.
I wonder what it would taste like.
Tastes like a dirty
with the
foot.
Chipotle
Oh,
Bella.
yeah. So this is a new one. I've never tried this. Chipotle Bella Vitano.
Yeah.
And this is
really
a cheese
good.
that's smoky, spicy, garlic, onion, all of that in there.
Yeah. It's so good. I love cheese like that. It almost reminds me of like Parmesan or Asiago.
For real.
Like, as far as like mouth texture.
That's really good.
And I think I like it just because it's got that little spiciness, that hop in the blood orange just really makes it come out. You know what I mean? Because like citrus and chipotle, lime chipotle.
Yeah, for real. That's really good. Awesome.
This is awesome.
right.
Okay, what's next?
So we're going to move on. We have Gouda in the house, and this is the Gouda over... No, that's the Vermont. And this is the Gouda. So with the Gouda, we're supposed to try... Is there a coconut porter in there that's in a can that you want to grab?
A coconut porter. Ooh, yum.
Yeah.
I love coconut porters. I don't know what it is about a porter and coconut. Usually I don't like coconut, but that is just a nice... Ooh, the Maui one.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorite beers.
Maui Brewing Company
Sure.
from Hawaii.
If this is one of my favorite beers I think I've ever had in my entire
Well,
life.
who's going to do coconut better than from, like, Hawaii?
Right. So when I was looking up like the cheese pairings and whatever they had for the porters, and like I said, this chart will be up. Cow milk, and that was pretty
Lactose,
much it.
basically, right?
And then also eat it with chocolate peanut butter cookies. You stop now. I know, right?
Well, now I'm going to look up a beer chocolate chip cookie recipe. That's what I'm going to do. A beer chocolate chip cookie with like porter coconut.
Yep.
Oh man.
So we'll try the Gouda
Okay.
with the porter here.
I guess I've had Gouda before. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so funny being from Wisconsin. You're handed cheese and you don't even really question what kind of
right?
cheese
You
it
just
is.
eat it.
You're like, oh, it's cheese, great, I'll eat it. You never ask what it is, where it came from.
Right. Well, and this will pair well with even like all the other heavy beers we've been drinking.
Why does it surprise me that they want this with coconut porter?
Well, they said with porter, not coconut.
Oh,
So this is what we're experimenting with.
okay. So
Then
this is the oddball.
Yeah. And then I was kind of like, oh, that's
Well,
pretty
you just
good.
like this one.
I know.
Yeah, don't lie. This is just one of your favorites and you wanted to find an excuse to drink them.
Yeah, basically. But any of the other porters that we tried could definitely pair with this, without a doubt.
All right, well, I like Gouda cheese for sure. And I think they go well just because I love both of them so much.
I like it a lot.
Maybe it's the creaminess with the porter. You know, porter compared to like a stout, it's just a little like softer of a body. As far as like mouthfeel softer. Like maybe that's why the Gouda cheese goes better, just because it's a softer like...
And there was quite a few where on that chart they were like, pair with Gouda, and I was like, okay, so get a Gouda cheese for sure if you're doing a
Right.
pairing, because it apparently fits well with everything. But then we're back to that whole thing, like everything, all beer and cheese go well together.
I think what I love about this cheese beer review is that we're just totally experimenting for the first time without instruction.
Yeah. So, like, brown ale or is supposed to go really, really well with the Gouda as well. But like I said, we're doing it with that porter, which is
I love it.
great. All right, so we can move on to mozzarella. And this was saying
I love mozzarella.
any sort of Hefeweizen, wheat beer, anything like that, they recommended with it. But we were thinking, too, the Oberon wheat ale.
I was going to say,
Exactly.
there's no wheat beer here, but Oberon's a wheat ale. Is that where you're going with
Yeah.
this?
So that
we're
was what we thought.
experimenting again. End of the summer.
Yeah.
We're recycling the summer beer.
And I mean, that Oberon is... God, I have so many high-powered beers I have to chug right now, and this is terrible.
I put 3 different chocolate beers together, and I'm going to see what they taste like later.
Okay.
Don't judge.
I would never.
I'm just going to take a... Yes. You're the best.
Are you going to tell you?
Oh, yeah, make me real clean.
The producer's rinsing out our glasses for us so we can start over.
All right, so there was... In this chart that I got, there's so many you can go on, and I was on a bunch of different blogs. But so they had, it's really easy. They had it listed blonde ale, pale ale, IPA, double IPA, like it went through everything.
Oh, totally.
And then it was every food you can pair with it, every dessert. It was,
Mozzarella goes on everything. I mean, let's face it. What meal have you had at a restaurant lately? Like, what menu have you opened up without mozzarella being on the menu?
dude, I'm sorry, but the Caprese anything is fucking amazing.
And I'm a big garden grower.
Yes.
And I have like 50 bags of tomatoes frozen from gardens. Like, so for me, like having mozzarella paired with like any kind of tomato or salsa or anything.
Yep.
Oh, it's a no-brainer.
Yep,
I love
absolutely.
It. Absolutely love it.
And so we could even do the mozzarella with the Droid's Attack, by the way. That was another
All right,
recommended
we'll have
pairing.
to do that too. It's open.
Yeah, that's right.
It's open. Okay, so we're doing Oberon right now with mozzarella. I had a piece of mozzarella. You know, just because it's a little hoppier, that makes sense. It makes sense. It's a little
Everything's
hoppier.
very mild in this combo, though. Like, everything's like...
There's nothing super exciting about it, though.
Right.
Maybe this isn't my favorite one. Just because Oberon, I mean, I love Oberon. It's very predictable. I know what it is. I'm happy when I see it, especially at a party where I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have much there. But
Should we do it with a spicier one?
I kind of want to try it. Yeah.
This is the Habanero Jack.
Habanero Jack. Well, I mean, I love
pretty
this cheese in
spicy.
general.
Yeah.
I guess I was in the mood for my spicy palate. I almost feel like the hops and the Oberon are going to go really well with this.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it
way
complements
better.
it. It almost settles down. Like, it contradicts the spiciness and
Yeah.
then brings it back down to norm. So
For
before,
real.
I felt like it was too boring. I don't
Yeah.
really like that.
That was terribly boring.
Yeah, no, wheat ale and mozzarella is not
Yep.
exciting.
Oberon and the Habanero Jack.
Spicy cheese.
Amazing.
It is spicy cheese, but I think that's what I like about the Oberon being paired with it is because the Oberon is so, like, soft and mellow and, like, really
Yeah.
rounded out where it just kind of brings down that spiciness. It's the perfect opposite.
Well, and like, if you drink an IPA with the spicier cheese, it spreads the oils out more, so it makes it more spicy.
Interesting.
And so I feel like this, with it being the wheat ale with it, it mellows it out a little
You've
bit.
really read up on that.
Dude, I've been on so many blogs, girl. You don't even know.
For the beer and cheese?
You don't even know.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
And then I was like, oh my God, you people are so wordy. Like, some people I'm like, man, you could have said that in 20 words.
But no, they want to make it in like 20 paragraphs.
I know.
Like, sound better.
It sounds smarter, they say.
They say.
All right, so...
The rest of us just think you're boring.
for real, we're just scanning your article. True disclosure. All right, so let's try the Oktoberfest, which I had the new Glarus one, because shut up.
I know. I love Staghorn.
Oh, yeah, dude. New Glarus Brewing Company. One of my favorite breweries for a shit ton of reasons. Not only are their beers amazing, but their employees are treated fantastically.
Oh my God!
What?
Talk about like the revolution of employment in the future.
Oh, dude.
Anytime Deb talks about what she does for her employees, Chris and I put it in our goals to give soon, and we're really making like tiny progress steps towards that. Just because we just really feel like we want the laws to go that way in the future, so we want to brace ourselves beforehand, so it's not such a shock. And she's such an inspiration. Honestly, she's such an inspiration. It really makes you look at the books and say, like, what is the priority? Well, if you have happy employees, those are the employees that are going to talk to your awesome customers about beer all the live long day because they genuinely enjoy you being there and drinking beer.
God, that's really cool to hear you say that as a business owner, because I'm not a business owner.
It's
so,
expensive. I'm not going to deny that. But where are your priorities?
Right.
Can the business go without you? And that's like the one thing that rang true when Deb was talking to me. She was like, if I walked away, could New Glarus keep going? And then it made me really look in, like, if I walked away from Trixie's, have I hired the right people to keep it going? What does it take to hire the right people?
Right.
It takes making them feel that they're important. Or not feel, know they are important.
Right. And I'll never forget it.
It's
it was
progress.
The first time she was on air with us, and she said, "I'm telling you all right now, I pay for my employees' health care, and they get paternity leave and maternity leave and everything else." And she's like, "These big businesses telling you that they can't afford it's a lie."
It is a lie.
And when she said that, I was like, "Oh my God, you're my hero."
We are small business, and
Right.
it is hard for the small business. These corporations that say it's too expensive. I mean, I really got to say, where are your priorities? Because it's a huge corporation. However, I just think if you make small progresses to make sure that goal is accomplished someday, at least it's a start.
Yeah.
She's just kind of inspired us to just make sure that we can set this up to, you know, people are happy all around. Customers are happy if the employees are happy.
Yeah.
Just it's a full circle. It's a full circle situation. So.
All right, so we're
Back to New Glarus beer.
We can pair it with a sharp cheddar, which we have here.
Which is awesome.
We have a Vermont white cheddar, and that's pretty sharp, and then Wisconsin sharp cheddar.
I'm liking the Vermont.
Okay, do the Vermont cheddar with this, yo.
I like the Vermont cheddar because it's like the in between from Parmesan and Asiago.
The texture is awesome.
I love it.
It's a lot. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I poured too much beer.
I know she poured too much beer.
I just don't drink a lot, though.
We forgive you.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that brings out like the spices in the Oktoberfest beer.
I think it does. I think it's just the polar opposite, so it makes you contradict it, and I think that's what a good pairing is.
That's really good.
Yum.
That was awesome.
I know. Ooh, so Vermont white cheddar with the Staghorn Oktoberfest. Let me tell you, ooh, that tastes really good. I
That's
want to
my
have more
favorite
cheese
one.
now.
Yep, that's my favorite one. It was also recommended to do a spicier cheese.
So I kind of want to try the Chipotle one.
Let's do the Chipotle.
I know that the pepper jack might be more spicy, but I'm more curious with that one.
Wow, that's such a good cheese.
So this is the Chipotle what? The Chipotle
Bella Vitano.
Bella Vitano.
So you could even do, like, if there's a spicier, like, Chipotle Parmesan or Asiago.
It tastes like fall, putting that together.
That's really good.
That was the fall combination.
Oh, boy.
The
That
first
was awesome.
one we did was the awesome everyday,
Yeah.
but that was the fall.
I'm gonna make
You're
a
gonna.
note
Oh,
of that.
it's so good. She's actually
I'm
putting a
making a
note
note.
in her notebook that is what you pair with Staghorn from New Glarus. Say the white cheese name again. It's the white Vermont.
White Vermont cheddar.
Staghorn?
White Vermont cheddar with Staghorn. Staghorn.
Staghorn.
Staghorn.
Staghorn.
We are in Wisconsin. There's
Don't
got to
go
be a
on.
little bit of it, man. It's the happy medium.
She rips on me about my accent all the time. I can't
I
say.
know all of my friends outside of the state tease me all the time. They say every beer
time.
you have, your accent gets worse. And it's so funny because
It's
I
so
try
cute.
to stop it so badly.
Don't you know?
I don't say that. Come on.
I say no. Is that right or no?
So we were in Vegas for my sister's wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm dressed to the nines. I do not look like I'm from Wisconsin in this outfit. It is the opposite. So I'm feeling really good about myself, you know? Brand new stilettos, feather, skirted dress, like total Vegas.
And
like,
then?
you don't see this dress worn in Wisconsin.
And then you ordered a beer?
You just don't. No, I'm in the elevator. I'm in the elevator and I say something to my husband quick, and this lady next to me goes, "Oh, you're from Wisconsin." And I think to myself, what could have I said in that one sentence that made me sound like from Wisconsin? Because my mom even, like, you know, coached us a little bit as kids, my sister and I, saying, you know, if you pronunciate the consonants, that you don't sound like you're from Wisconsin as much when you really concentrate on, like, the hard sounds in words. So I was like, oh, okay. So anytime I'm outside of Wisconsin, I actually try to make a point in public to, like, say my T's a little clearer and, like, all this other stuff. And this woman goes, "Oh, you're from Wisconsin. Oh, would you say 'don't you know' for me?" And I actually sit there in the elevator and I contemplated in my head, like, do I really want to give this to her?
Yes.
So I pull back through memory of being way up north at a camping trip, and I go, Well, don't you know? And she literally just tears of laughter come down, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I made your day. But in return, I did get a $100 poker chip. So I was like, all right.
You got tip for that.
I was like, that's awesome. My Wisconsin accent paid off.
My friends from the East Coast spot it immediately, and they're brutal about it because I'll be like, oh, that guy was an asshole, and they're like, asshole. Like mock me
it's just
constantly.
Things we don't. I guess we just don't recognize it.
No,
I don't know. Whatever.
or whatever. We're great. We're the best people ever.
Own it.
All right. So what else do we got here on the plate? Oh, the sharp cheddar. So what I found on my research was that cheddar paired well with a lot of stuff. And so as we were looking, yes, the wonderful producer found an apple cider, and I thought, you know what?
I haven't had this in a long time.
In Wisconsin, we pair apple pie with cheddar cheese all the time. That's a marriage
Apple
made
pie,
in heaven.
cheddar cheese.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. Why is that?
It's a big thing.
Is that true?
Yeah. Well, and even we do, I mean, apples and cheese are my favorite snack ever, dude. I like a good... you take like a granny apple and have it with like a pepper jack or whatever.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But even like a red delicious with cheddar, like, I don't know, cheese and apples have always gone.
Brass Ravie. Have you been to Brass Ravie
No.
in Madison? It's in Monroe Street.
No.
If you haven't, you must go. It's like a Belgian-inspired beer food restaurant. And we even take our kids there. That's how good it is. Our kids love that food.
That's awesome.
It is French-inspired, and it's got tons of beer, tons of wine, but they have a vegetarian sandwich there. And it's a green apple with Swiss cheese. And like maybe pesto sauce. I mean, I'm guessing at that point. But the combination, it is pesto sauce because I tried to recreate it in a picnic and it was still just so good. Not as good as going to Brass Ravie, but it was like, oh yay, another really healthy choice at a picnic. This is so awesome. Like who doesn't like pesto and green apple?
Communist, that's who.
Okay, well, I'm not friends with those people. So.
That was good.
Chris laughed.
I know, man. My husband's laughing in the background right now. But anyways, that totally Swiss cheese and apple. I hear what you're saying because that is one of my favorite meals at that place. It's awesome. You must go and try.
I will for sure. I'm excited to see what the cider tastes like. With
Okay.
I had it.
You had it.
Point out the Swiss
All right.
what's going on.
Oh no, we got the cheddar.
Okay. So I like it.
Pretty magical.
I like it, but I think in general, the cider just tends to be a little more sweet than what I normally do. It's like super desserty. Like this is a dessert snack.
It's really desserty. I will agree with that. I like the
contradiction
cheese.
in the cheddar.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Tames down the sweet and the cider quite a bit. What about the Vermont? Did we try the Vermont cheddar?
No, I didn't. I'll do that right now.
The Vermont white cheddar is pretty bomb, so we'll see how this goes.
I really do like the Vermont cheddar. Okay, Vermont cheddar. And a little bit of cider. See, I like this a little better. I don't know, maybe the Vermont cheddar is a little sharper.
I think
kind
you
of
need
takes
to be
away the sweetness a little bit.
Have like the sharpest cheddar you're gonna have with that, pretty much.
I wonder
That's
what
awesome.
the spicy pepper jack would taste like with that.
Oh, let's try.
No thanks.
You're not trying it? Producer denies.
I'll do another.
Way better. That's my pairing. Total opposites. Total opposites. I absolutely love it.
That's
Chris,
awesome.
try this. Do a spicy pepper jack. And then have a little bit of the Cider Boys. And which Cider Boy is it? Can I see the bottle? It's the Cider Boy Fresh Press. It's a traditional hard cider at 5% alcohol. It's pretty sugary. Good
That's
opposite.
great.
Does it very well. It's like a party in my mouth.
Dude, that's great.
The
I like
words
that
for my
spicy.
husband is it's a party in your mouth. So take it with seriousness, I guess. That was awesome. I loved it. Actually, that made my day.
That was like a drive-by party in his mouth. He's like, it's great, party in my mouth. See you later, bitches.
Well, that's his style. You enjoy something and then he leaves. It's like, now I've experienced it. I'm going to go home.
Awesome.
Oh my
I
God,
love him
amazing.
for that, though. You know, he wants to try everything. It doesn't mean we have to stay there forever.
That's right, just a little dip. That's fine. Oh my god, amazing. So, like, bottom line is, like, this is really cool. Like, how we were getting back to, like, you take those bombers out to your friends, and it's all of you drinking them together, and that's really fun. I think that's a good way to do the cheese and beer pairings, too. Like,
Totally make fun of yourselves.
Yeah.
Totally, everyone bring a cheese to a, like, bottle share party and see what tastes good with whatever. Make fun of yourselves and have a good time with it. You know, it's nothing to be taken too seriously.
yeah, it feels snooty when you look it up, but, like, obviously it doesn't have to be snooty.
No, I
You know?
think we've proven otherwise. Go and have an awesome time. We love all of you. This is Trixie signing out. Trixie's in the corner of East Washington and Oak Street. Dee, I love her.
Oh, I love
Thank
it.
you for all the cheese, my love.
We're never pooping again.
No, we're not.